My name is Morenike Adebayo. I was born in Ibadan, Oyo State, but most of my assignments happened in Lagos. I was not a street witch. I was not the kind that dances in markets. I belonged to a quiet structure, an intelligence unit. We did not fly on brooms. We studied people. We tracked patterns. We infiltrated atmosphere. And in 2018, I was given assignment 27. Target: Pastor David Olatunji of Throne of Mercy Assembly, located in Bagada, Lagos. But the real focus was not him. It was his wife, Mrs. Deborah Olatunji. Pastor David was known for deliverance services, not dramatic television style, quiet, consistent prayer meetings. But something unusual was happening in that church. Every time someone planned to attack the ministry, financial scandal, seduction, blackmail, the plan would collapse before execution. Our analysts traced the pattern. Every collapse occurred within 48 hours after Mrs. Deborah had what she called a troubling dream. She wasn't loud in church. She didn't preach. She rarely held the microphone, but she prayed. Between 2 o'clock a.m. and 3:30 a.m. almost every night. The council in Surulere, where we held strategic meetings, concluded she is intercepting in the dream realm. So they assigned me, Morenike Adebayo, Dream Monitor. I need you to understand something about me. I wasn't born into darkness. My mother was an Anglican choir woman in Molete, Ibadan. But after my father died in 2004, poverty became aggressive. By 19, I had dropped out of Ladoke Akintola University. A woman named Madam Tinuola Adebite found me. She ran a women empowerment cooperative in Yaba, Lagos. That's what it looked like on the outside. Inside, it was recruitment. She told me I had sensitivity. I could sense moods. I could predict arguments before they happened. That is how they spotted me. By 2016, I was trained in dream infiltration techniques. No, not fantasy. It works through emotional entry points, fatigue, trauma, unresolved fear, jealousy, sexual insecurity. You amplify those and the dream door opens. That was my specialization. We began surveillance in Bagada Phase 2, where they lived. Deborah had 3 weak points. 1. She had 2 miscarriages before her third child. 2. She feared church betrayal. 3. She secretly worried her husband was too trusting. We didn't attack directly. We planted conversations around her. A sister in church casually mentioned, "Men of God fall easily these days." Another whispered, "Board members can be dangerous." Seeds, because anxiety fertilizes dreams. On February 17, 2018, at 2:18 a.m., she had her first manipulated dream. She saw her husband sitting with a woman in a hotel room in Ikeja. We celebrated until she woke up. Instead of confronting him, she prayed, not panicked prayer, strategic prayer. And something strange happened. The dream shifted mid sequence. The hotel room dissolved. She saw hands trying to cover her husband with dust. She woke up saying, "This isn't adultery. This is accusation." She had discerned it. First infiltration failed. We intensified. I personally entered during a vulnerability window. After a church meeting where two elders argued over finance transparency, she cried that night. Perfect emotional opening. I entered her dream field, and what I saw disturbed me. Instead of chaotic subconscious imagery, she was standing in what looked like a courtroom, structured, calm. She wasn't afraid. She was presenting documents, names, dates. Father, expose whatever is hidden before it manifests. That was her dream language, and each time she spoke, I felt resistance. Like invisible barriers, I withdrew, reported back, counsel response, increased psychological pressure. Three board members plan to accuse Pastor David of diverting church building funds. Their meeting location is a restaurant in Maryland, Lagos. Two nights before the meeting, Deborah dreamed of a cracked foundation, three men whispering, an envelope under a glass table. She woke up at 2:47 a.m., prayed specifically, "Lord, any hidden envelope of accusation, let it tear." The next day, one of the conspirators' emails exposing their own side dealings leaked internally. The rebellion collapsed before public scandal. Our monitoring report said, subject dream activity, predictive and defensive. That was rare. Most pastors' wives break under pressure. She became stronger. In October 2019, we attempted a deeper access. I entered again. This time, I saw something different. Not courtroom, not warnings. She was praying for unknown people. She said, "Whoever is watching this family, Lord, remove their blindness." That sentence hit me because I was watching. And suddenly, during dream interface, I saw flashes of my own childhood. My mother praying in Molete, my father's burial. I lost emotional detachment. You cannot monitor effectively if empathy enters. I withdrew immediately. The council noticed my instability. They reassigned me temporarily to another church in Festac, but something had shifted. I kept hearing her prayer, "Remove their blindness." Assignments began failing, not just against them, against other targets too. It was as if exposure to her disciplined dream life had contaminated my detachment. We made one last attempt in the pandemic year. Church attendance was down. Financial stress increased. We amplified fear of collapse. She had a dream of an empty auditorium in Bagada, chairs covered in dust. We thought we succeeded, but in the same dream, she saw herself sweeping the dust away. When lockdown eased, she began online midnight prayer sessions. Membership doubled digitally. I watched growth instead of destruction. And that was when I understood. Her dreams were not passive experiences, they were enforced chambers. They were enforcement chambers. In 2021, I left the structure, not because they expelled me, because I couldn't monitor without hearing her prayers echo. I went back to Ibadan, visited my mother. She was still praying for me. She didn't know where I had been, but she said something strange. I prayed the Lord would return you from any strange assignments I broke that day. We were assigned to monitor a pastor's wife in Bagada. We expected fragility. We found discipline. We expected insecurity. We found authority. We expected nightmares. We found strategy. And what we found in her dreams did not destroy the church. It exposed us and it exposed me.